To start off, you're going to need 2 pieces of 9x6 fabric. And then you'll also need 2 pieces of elastic. Each are 7 inches long. You're going to start by placing the elastic on 1/2 of your fabric. You want to place it on the inside of the 2 pieces and make sure that colored side that you want on the outside is also facing inward. You can see me pinning the elastic in place, and now I'm going to do it again down here for you to see. Make sure there's no twists in your elastic because that is how it will be sewed. When you start sewing, you want to start about more than halfway through, so you'll have a gap at the end so you can flip your mask inside out. And now when I get to where I'd like to be, I double back on there and I keep the pin in place, lift up the head when I spin to change directions. And now every time you like to double back on your elastic because you want to make sure it has a strong hold. Now I'm on the side right now, about to reach the second piece. I remove my clothespin ahead of time so I'm prepared. Once I reach there, then I go back and then forward just to give it a more secure hold. Now I'm lifting it up, spinning it around, keeping the pin in place. And I'm currently now sewing straight across the back side of my mask. Now I'm continuing sewing down. And once I start to reach the pin, I will remove it, or the clothespin, whatever you choose to use. And I'm just readjusting my elastic to where I'd like it, making sure there's no twists. And once I hit it, I go back on the elastic to secure the hold, and then I will twist it around back in place. Now I'm twisting my fabric and I'm going down the other side, approaching my last piece of elastic that needs to be secured. I took out the pin ahead of time so it would not interfere with anything relating to the sewing. Now, once I hit it, I go back on the elastic to give it an extra secure hold. And now to finish up, I am going to sew the remainder of my front part, but leaving quite a large gap so I can flip my mask inside out. Even though I'm not using a coffee filter in the video, that will be a coffee filter, and you stick it in your gap because that's how we're going to make these masks reusable, by taking that out and washing it. Now this is me sealing the sides to give it more of a hem look. This is that gap you left before. I'm just slightly folding up the top tier so you can give the bottom layer a finished look. I'm just folding down the one side, and we're going to do that with the side above as well. Here I'm starting to pleat my fabric into place. I'm using clothespins to secure the pleat, but it's up to you whether you use clothespins or whatever else you may have on hand, as long as it's secure. It is optional whether or not you would like to iron your pleats when you're done with them, but for the sake of the time of the video, I did not iron my pleats today. Now it's time to sew your pleats in place, and make sure to remove the clothespins as you get to them. So you could see it being sewed, I did not push my sewing pin as close as I could have to the sides, so I recommend going closer to the sides when you do it for real. and I'm just readjusting my pleat because sometimes they come undone. Make sure when you're doing this, you do it on the side going away from the top so you do not sew up the opening we made at the top for the coffee filter. I'm putting an extra border along the bottom for a neater look, and we're headed over to the other side to sew in our pleats. As you can tell, or if you can't, that's fine too, I decided the back stitch for this one, that's totally, you do not have to do that. I just did it so you could see well in the video. And then this is what your end result should look like. I showed you the little gap for the coffee filter, and there's a picture of Angela wearing it.